Well, it's time to continue our journey through Barbie month with Barbie and the Secret Door. And I have to admit, this one's definitely a massive downgrade from the previous film. Like, this one is just awful. Not necessarily Barbie herself, because, her whole shtick about wanting to stay in and read, I can get behind that somewhat, because I used to, read quite a bit when I was in grade school. I'd read Poppy, Redwall. Dealing with Dragons was one of my favorites. I've actually read that quite a few times over the years. I keep hoping some of the other books in the series will pop up at Goodwill, though, because I only got one book in the series. Admittedly, this is probably the best one out of the ones I've read in that series. I haven't read them all, unfortunately. I guess I could always try going down to the local library and getting my card reestablished, or I guess I'd have to get a new one because it's so out of date at this point. But, her going on a journey to become, more assertive and wanting to be more involved with other people, that's alright, Maybe it makes her a different character than what we usually get in most of these Barbie movies. But, I'm okay with that. It's never, underneath the same name as Barbie. They're all different characters, effectively. They just look like Barbie. But what really kills this movie is the villain, who's just a spoiled brat of a princess that just wants everything. And even sings a song about how she wants it all.
I want it all! I want it now!
She wants every last drop of magic in a magical world, that's behind the secret door mentioned in the title. And she will have it. And of course, the object she's using to steal all this magic breaks once she does have it all, because, it couldn't handle it. So she's a villain that effectively defeats herself. She's not menacing. She's not even terrifyingly cute or something, like a kid villain could be, in some other media, with like a childlike naivete or innocence about them, while doing such horrific things. She just straight up, is just unappealing. You're just hoping someone will punish her at some point. But even when her parents show up, they're like, oh, we're going to give you your presents first, even though you tried taking over the kingdom, we told you how bad that is. Then we'll punish you. It's just like, oh my god, no wonder she's such a mess. She has bad parents, too. But yeah, this movie is just not appealing whatsoever. In fact, the only good thing about this movie is in the outtakes, because they make a reference to one of my favorite movies.
So remember, they don't like bright light. You cannot get them wet. And never, ever feed them after midnight. Or they turn into this.
And yes, I have more Mogwai plushies and stuff floating around, so that's the only upside this film has for me. Everything else, just forget it. It's either bland and forgettable, or it's just outright awful. Until next time, then. See ya.